Allez, bien joué, c'est la première.
Fast and furious. I'm happy with the speed of the boat, even if the crew has been very, very good. It was worse than expected, you know, for a first leg. I think it was definitely a tough one. We had the wind, we had the condition, we had the boat, we had everything to do this great leg, and I hope you enjoyed it.
So we just left the Canary Islands, like our last dive, and I think now we're for like at least a day on this deck.
Make the balls heavy.
Just an appeal from the throw to the A3 because the wind has dropped a little bit and we're trying to go downwind here. So we now run a bigger sail, means we can go a little bit lower and get to Cabo Verde a bit quicker.
Oh, the line broke, huh? Yeah. The Benima stroke is broken.
The aft line of our jockey pole to leeward broke. It took away the second last stanchion, so we had to take the stanchion with the camera off and fix the life lines and splice a new big Dyneema for the outrigger. Yeah, it probably took us 40 minutes. Always something to do.
Approximately directly to Cabo Verde.
Finally going down south in the Atlantic. Of course, we're a lot way behind the others, but we're just doing our own race, and everybody's happy to be sailing after having spent 2 days ashore.
Pretty tough start. First 2 days getting out in the Mediterranean was hard work. Windy, probably windier than we thought it was going to be in the forecast set, and I think we did very well to get out in good shape.
leaking a bit over the nav station, so did a typical axle repair here. It's quite hard to make it stick, but so far it's leaking now into the onboard reporter area instead, so I'm quite happy about that.
Only 9 miles behind 11th hour.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
We're going 2 knots faster.
Yes, and the last 24 hours we do 1.5 knots faster than 11th hour and whole sim. But I think we're doing well. If we continue and they fuck it up, there's a possibility.
The teams are, you know, with experienced sailors on board. So. Yeah, you. Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Where did it end up? Shit. I lost my fast. We carry a spare downline. So basically there's a rope purchase system that pulls the foil and holds the foil down, out. And the cover broke where it holds in like a rope stopper. And the cover split so the whole thing's seesawed in. So we carry a spare one, so I'm just going to change it out, but it's a bit of a fiddle because you've got to get a pin out, then you've got to remouse the 6-to-1 purchase system inside the foil which is moving.
And then room in there to play around too.
Yeah, and then in a space of about half a square metre, you know, the normal boat stuff. Just leave it on the winch for a bit because the rope's brand new, okay? 400 million degrees in that little hellhole. And trim. Hold.
How's it going, Sinmark?
We're doing good. When I'm driving, I cannot talk.
I'm a bit tired because it's the middle of the night, but you are there, you are awake, you are awake.
We're the last day coming into Cape Verde, so we should get in tonight. And it's been a nice trip so far, and we're leaving, so hopefully we get all that to the finish. And for 11th hour, jibe a lot, we'll probably jibe a lot, and if not, then we'll keep it simple.
Vá, ajuda a afogar, isto está muito preso aqui.
The race is on.
Nah, it's good, eh? Now the sailing is really enjoyable. The first part was a bit tough, but now it's nice and easy. Committee, go.
Yes, we are 2 miles from the finish line.
Thank you, standing by, we have you inside.
Thank you, see you.
See you.
Quoi?
Hein?
C'est pas see you.
Non, mais it's international, international VFCF system. See you. See you soon, hein? Kisses, bye bye. Putain. The Figaro School, it's not what it was. Hein. Bisous. Bisous à tous. Well done.
I consider myself a curious person. I love to take the path less traveled by and form my own opinions. This year, I traveled to Venezuela, a country that not too many people have visited in the past few years. What I saw and experienced, however, took my breath away. My destination was the remote Canaima region with the mythical Angel Falls. At 979 meters and almost a kilometer high, the tallest waterfall in the world. Locals call the place where the water meets the sky Querepacupai Vena. I imagined it as a beach in the sky. My friend Lucho shares my passion for travel and discovery. In Venezuela, we are guided by our local friends, Valerie and Emmanuel. In challenging times, the two are known for shining light on their beautiful country and have become ambassadors for the revival of Venezuela. Before we ventured out into the unknown, we wanted to hear about Querepacupai Vena from a chaman who grew up in the region. Tunayebu is a leader of the indigenous Pama population here in Canaima. We were welcomed into his home with a necklace, which is said to take away bad spirits and protect us during our time here. He emphasized the importance of the healing power of nature. I personally felt that Tunayebu woke up my curiosity and the appreciation for what was in front of us. With this deeper understanding, we started our journey into Angel Falls. For 2 days, we traveled by curaira, the traditional indigenous canoes of Venezuela. We were surrounded by mighty tepoys, 2 billion-year-old tabletop mountains that host a unique array of endemic plant and animal species. It became a journey into the depths of our imagination.
Ya casi llegamos. Se escucha así la cascada. Es la cascada más alta de todo el mundo. ¡Cerca, Mati! ¡Wow! Casi estamos.
And finally, Angel Falls. Querepacupaí, Vena. The beach high in the sky. I've never seen and experienced anything like it. It felt like that seed that the shaman put with his words into my soul came fully alive. When you want to touch the sky and enter the realm of the gods, you need wings. And wings we got. When your beach is high in the sky, the entire world becomes an ocean. No more borders and nothing that divides us. I'm glad that Lucho, Valerie, and Manuel and I decided to listen to our inner voice and come here and form our own opinion of Venezuela. And celebrate the fact that no matter who you are or where you are from, every person in every place deserves to shine.
Breaking is a personal journey. That transformer, something about it that just makes you feel invincible.
It's not rocket science. It's rock it science. Just rock it. So in 77, I moved up 1 block. So I lived over there in a little tiny building, 1 bedroom, me and my 2 brothers. My mom, she put a name on a lottery at about 74. She hit it, a lottery for an apartment. Yeah. And that apartment, that was it, 2nd floor balcony. So that's where me and my brothers came with my mom. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, I'm not lying to you. 2nd floor right there, 2C.
That was a major come up, huh?
Big come up.
Yeah.
You know, and that was my bedroom.
This building here?
Yeah, the 2nd floor, that's 2C. Moving into that building, I met a guy named Jeff Green, whose name is Devious Doze, of course. Had a cousin from the Bronx named T, and he brought a cassette tape down, and I heard this cassette tape on this little radio, and heard this music that these guys rhyming, saying cool words, and with all this slang and harmonizing, and these beats that were playing were like, it was like you couldn't hear too much instrumentation, you just heard the drums basically. And this is it, this is Rocksteady Park. None of the skates were here, none of this playground shit was here, it was the chess tables.
Yeah, I remember growing up too, watching all the early Rocksteady tapes.
It was in that big part of the park right there. Yeah. And then if you see the movie Star Wars, that was done in the back, all the way in the back on the rubber, those old pictures of us on the rubber.
Yeah.
Yo, Lenny, come down to 99th Street. To the park, to the old park. All right, yeah. Yeah, so let's walk back.
That's a crazy call right there.
Bringing Moy uptown, I had the opportunity to bring Lenny Len.
Moy, nice to meet you.
Big Lenny, what up?
Lenny Len.
Yeah, man.
Crazy Legs cousin. This is my boy. This is my brother right here.
Yeah, he survived the test of time, and to be able to be with him, 40 years later, we're both very lucky to be here, you know what I mean? Yeah. To tell these stories, you know? This is the first park that I seen a raw-ass dark circle. It was right here. Something was happening. I thought it was, I wanted to know. I didn't know what was happening. I went and looked in and saw a guy do something on the floor, you know, that blew my mind. I was like, what is he doing? He took his leg and he bent his kneecap all the way sideways, looked at the dude, and let it go and stood up like really fast right in his face.
That was a burn move.
Burn, I got burned. I was like, what did I just see? That's the house that Frosty flipped off of. He climbed up to the top and he did an aerial off that shit. Flipped off the roof, did an aerial off the roof. That's just a little bit of that. Frosty was not a joke.
Yeah, he was wild like that, right?
He was wild like that, but he was limber.
Yeah.
He was light and limber and bouncy.
Yeah.
So he had good shock absorbers or something. You know what I'm saying? Because to flip off there, bro, you got to be a little bit sick. It felt so empowering that it was our thing. You know, it was like our little code, you know, way of communicating. And I think all of us at the same time that started getting involved, you know, that's what we felt.
You might have had an idea, you guys might have had an idea, but you never thought that'd be a multi-billion-dollar industry, hip-hop.
I didn't know it was going to go anywhere. I was just having fun. And it was like, they'll give you $50 too?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
The movie theater was probably $2.
$2.50.
Yeah, y'all make it last.
When we go to the movies, bunch of little rascals just going to the movies.
The movie Flashdance was kind of like where I said, oh shit, this is some real shit right here.
Yeah.
And then being on David Letterman, I was like, what the, it's like, damn, this is not, you know, like, I would go, after David Letterman, they paid me. I went to go buy my mother an Angora sweater, because I wanted to buy her a sweater. I went on Broadway. The lady at the thing said, I saw you last night on David. I said, get the, blew my mind, B. It was just really intriguing to me to be using my body and have the ability to be a part of a movement of its kind that was raw and radical and taboo, and at the same time be creative.
Today's world of breaking revolves around like competition. Like competitions are huge and it's going here, it's going there, it's going to the Olympics and all of the above. But a lot of people talk about the essence of breaking is going to be diluted when it hits all these bigger platforms. But the essence, it was always competitive in a sense.
True. I mean, that's why it survived.
Exactly. And you didn't have these platforms be so massive and so big at the time, but the dance was always competitive. And like you said, that's what kept the dance alive, right? Even, Len, you said it, like, even when you guys were amongst each other, you know, you guys had to be competitive against each other because that's what made you guys better.
If it's two people going each other, guess what?
Somebody's
gotta lose.
Yeah,
Somebody has to lose. You gotta have that mindset.
Yeah.
There's an edge to this. It's from the street. That edge has to be there. Look, man, that honesty of us as kids was important for the evolution. You suck. F you. You suck. You walk away pissed, but then you go train because you felt that. You're like, what? And you're thinking, did I suck? You know, so it's like that honesty is important. Yeah, maybe you don't like it, but it'll make you think.
Yeah, you can check it out. Check it out. I'm gonna design market.
Oh, okay.
Make them no more.
This is the original book you have, Wolfie?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Damn, that's crazy.
Look at the Cheech Wizard joints. For him to bring out a book of illustrations that are from that time period, it blew my mind. And when I saw him after all these years, he went home and got it, said, yo, check this out. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, what? 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 And then there's a page with everybody's name that hung out at that time. And that, come on, man, that's gold.
Zephyr, Frosty Freeze.
Wow.
Like I said, always coming back here, I feel that energy, so it means a lot to me just to be here and know there's a chance any minute I could see one of my homeboys walk by and still say what's up, like we did in the park over there, you know what I mean? That's the beauty of it, you know, some of us keep it moving, but a lot of people still, you know, around. And it's always good to see someone and toss a few memories around about what we used to do, which will become one of the biggest things in the world, this whole culture of hip hop.
I was only relating it to what I saw, like on Beat Street, Flash Dance and all of that. So I just thought it was just something to do and have fun and bug out. But when I saw you guys talking to the locals in Brazil and talking to the locals in Japan and doing y'all's thing, I'm like, whoa, this is way bigger than I thought. That's what inspired me to not only get better for respect, but just to like, man, you know, maybe this can be something.
The Kalahari's got its own draw. It's vast and it's forever. You've just got to get into those sand dunes on your own, and there you're going to find a lot of solitude. It can seem like a place of massive emptiness, but you suddenly find 5, 6 different animal tracks right there. There's this huge amount of life, and when I'm on a filming project, I really like to try and live like the animals do so that I can experience the hardships that they're going through. I want to see wildlife in a totally different context, and that's really, I suppose, what draws me to the Kalahari. It's the vastness and the openness. I really enjoy being able to see these massive distances. Those are great images and things that stick with you.
January 23, 1973. President Richard Nixon announces an accord has been reached to end America's military role in the Vietnam War.
We today have concluded an agreement to end the war and bring peace with honor in Vietnam and in Southeast Asia.
More than 2 years later, South Vietnam falls to North Vietnam, and the country is reunified under communist rule. 1968. North Korea seizes the USS Pueblo, charging the crew of the Navy intelligence ship with being on a spy mission in its waters. Pyongyang releases the crew 11 months later. 1977. The TV miniseries Roots, based on Alex Haley's novel, begins airing on ABC. The saga about an African slave and his descendants in America becomes a ratings and cultural sensation. 2004.
Here comes Captain Kangaroo.
Bob Keeshan, who entertained children for decades as TV's Captain Kangaroo, dies in Vermont at age 76. And 2005. Johnny Carson, host of The Tonight Show from the 60s into the early 90s, dies in Malibu, California at age 79. Today in history, January 23rd. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
Welcome back in our studio, and in today's news,